Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Game Week 23 and also how I'm currently getting on in Game Week 22. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your plans for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, I've had probably the worst game week I've had this year so far. Currently on 38 points with one player left to play. Everything that could have gone wrong has unfortunately gone wrong. So we are on a bit of a red arrow, down to 24k from like 11k or 9k, whatever it was. And it's only going to get worse because obviously Areola plays tonight, Bowen plays tonight. So those are both highly owned as well. So I've got to really hope that Solanke can come through, who is my last player, score a brace or something, and just really help out my game week. But yeah, I think if I finish on like 30k, I'll be happy with that because it could have been a lot worse. I mean, like I say, everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. Martinez picking up 2 points. I wasn't expecting them to keep a clean sheet against Newcastle, but to concede 3 at home, it's not ideal. Like, Newcastle have put like 8 past them this season, which, you know, hasn't been good for Villa at all. They're on a bit of a rut at the moment as well. Luckily, they've got Sheffield United next week, but yeah, apart from that, they do need to find some points from somewhere. Anderson, the last game that he's going to play for my club, of course, he disappoints me once again and gets 1 point. I mean, them conceding a minute into that game, it's just so annoying, man, because, like, it's the one game where you hope that he gets something and he loses the clean sheet a minute in. It's ridiculous. And not only that, Estepinian also loses the clean sheet a minute in as well. And those games literally kicked off like a few minutes after each other or something. So it was just a double blow. And then also Estepinian came off at half-time, so he picked up 0 points. Porro picking up 1 point as well, conceded 2 to Brentford. And then Gabriel picking up 2 points. I mean, I said in the video earlier on in the week that I was expecting Forest to score against Arsenal. I did think we would score. In fact, I did say it was going to be 2-1, so probably should have put some money on it or something. But either way, yeah, I'm not like I'm massively annoyed about that. I'm annoyed about the Zinchenko one, though, because Zinchenko just seems to be popping off every single week. But yeah, I was singing praises about my back line because they all had really good fixtures. Like, Porro had Brentford at home, Estepinian Luton away, Sheffield United at home for Anderson, and they all get a combined points of 2. So yeah, from then on, you could kind of tell it wasn't going to go well, and it didn't really get better. My midfield also not... I mean, midfield did okay, but I mean, Douglas Luiz with 1 point, Palmer with 2 points. I haven't seen the highlights of that Chelsea-Liverpool game, so I don't know if Palmer was supposed to get a penalty or something. There were a few people saying that there should have been one, so I don't know. I didn't see it, so I can't really talk about it too much. But yeah, really unfortunate that he only picked up 2 points. And then Foden, who was my captain this week, did pick up an assist, so finished on 12, but of course did get outscored by De Bruyne. Also, Jota scored, Richarlison scored, Alvarez got a brace. So literally all the players that I don't own that are highly owned all kind of returned, and all the players that I do own that are a differential, like your Andersons, your Douglas Luizes, all got absolutely nothing. So it was always going to be a massive red arrow this week. It's just one of those weeks, you can't really do too much about it. You know, it's out of your control. You know, my team looks pretty good going into this game week. I can't, that's all I can really do. I can set it up, and then it's just up to the players to do something, and yeah, they didn't do anything. But yeah, Saka picking up 10 points. His first double-digit haul, was my vice-captain this week. I wasn't going to captain him because I didn't think he was going to do too much against Forest. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't a massive swing between Foden and Saka. I think it was 4 points, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But I mean, I would have took any points I could have got this week. But then up top as well, Watkins with 7 points. And then Solanke, who's still yet to play, really need him to get like a brace or something to kill that Areola clean sheet tonight. And then and on the bench, we've got Turner with 1 point, Archer with 1 point, and then Salah and Kabore, who obviously couldn't play. So yeah, all in all, a really bad week. Like I said, I'd be happy if I finish on like 30k. I mean, the saving grace is that Trent kind of got 1 point. You know, he was benched, which I wasn't expecting, and came on for a 1-pointer. So that was really nice, because that could have been even worse, because Liverpool just ran riot last night, and he could have definitely been involved in a lot of those goals. So I'm very happy that he wasn't. But yeah, apart from that, I kind of just want this game week to be over and we just kind of rebuild and go again this weekend. Speaking of my next transfers, though, I think this week it is just going to be Anderson out for Dan Burn, who's got Luton at home, and then also bring in Haaland for Archer. The whole Haaland thing is really kind of dumb. Like, I don't know how it works, but I think we can all agree there's some shady stuff going on. Like, he had, what, millions and millions, like 4 or 5 mil people transferred him out, and then he went down minus 0.1, and then like 140,000 people bringing him and he goes back 0.1 up. Like, I don't understand how that works in any way, shape or form. So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, he definitely shouldn't have rose, in my personal opinion. I'll be bringing him in regardless, and he's just his normal price now anyway. But I don't know. I feel like if you got priced out by like bringing Haaland in by like 0.1, feel like you've got a reason to be annoyed, because there's just no like comparison, like millions of transfers out minus 0.1, and then 100,000 transfers and transfers in plus 0.1. It just doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I think they're probably just gonna be my transfers this week. Haaland probably will start now against Brentford. I expect him to, just simply because De Bruyne played like 20 minutes and then he came on, and then he obviously started the Burnley game, so hopefully it'll be the same for Haaland. I feel like Alvarez's minutes are probably going to be diminished now a little bit, now that De Bruyne and Haaland are back. I think Foden's position is still fine. I don't think he'll be getting like benched. I think he's still fine to play. But yeah, all in all, I think I pretty much need to bring Haaland in this week and just get rid of Anderson. I cannot wait to get rid of Anderson. He's been the worst player I think I've ever owned in FPL. He's been an absolute shocker to own, and I cannot wait to get rid of him. And also get a bit of money out of it as well, bringing in Dan Burn. But yeah, in this way, it does keep Salah as well. And Salah has been pictured like, you know, running and stuff like that. So I'm hoping his injury isn't actually that bad. If he can be back via the double, then there's not really much reason to get rid of him. And I can just kind of bring in other players that potentially double as well. The only thing is, like, I kind of want Gordon in my team as well, that now that Isak's injured. And obviously Wilson's just like, whatever. He's going to be playing up front now against like Luton and stuff. So I think Gordon is going to be a really good player to own for game week 2023 and a couple of game weeks after that as well. But either way, those are my transfer plans. That's how we're getting on in game week 22. Obviously, there's a couple of games left to play tonight, so if I can finish on 30k, it'll be an annoying one, but it's just what it is. You know, everyone has a bad week every now and again. I mean, this is an absolute diabolical week, but it is what it is. Let's move on to the knee-jerk reactions for game week 23 though, and then surprise surprise, Haaland being the most transferred in player. Yeah, he will be my transfer this week. I want him in for the Brentford game. I want him for Everton. I want him for the double. It's just a no-brainer to me, and I can afford him if I do get rid of Anderson for Dan Burn. So that'll be the direction I think I take my team in. I've got 2 free transfers because obviously I rolled, so I will be able to just do this week. And then hopefully Salah's back, and I can have Haaland and Salah. I don't really want Trent in my team now at all, because that benching was really out of nowhere. Like, I don't know why he's been benched. He's obviously fully fit and stuff now, so I don't really know, but I don't think I'll be going anywhere near Trent now. I'd much rather have Salah and Haaland in my team, so we'll be doing that. So yeah, Haaland obviously being brought in by a lot of managers, and then De Bruyne also being brought in by a lot of managers. I mean, I could bring in De Bruyne if I wanted to. I could bring in De Bruyne for Salah and then obviously bring Haaland in as well. I could do that and just triple up on City, but I don't think I want to. I think I'd rather keep Salah, because I won't be able to bring Salah back in if I do that. And Salah, I know that he's going to blank in 26 and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like Salah's not as highly owned now, and he could really do some damage if he comes back and smashes the double. Diogo Jota, another player that a lot of people are bringing in. Yeah, he just can't stop scoring, man. He's just... I really wish I had him in my team, but if I brought him in, I'd have to get rid of somebody else, like Salah or something like that. And he's going to blank in 26. Obviously, the double still hasn't been announced at the time I'm recording this, so Liverpool might not even double. And if that's the case, then I probably will get rid of Salah for De Bruyne. But, you know, this double hopefully should get announced. Should get announced before the end of the week, really. But obviously, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, Jota is blanking in 26. That's all we really need to know. But yeah, obviously just scoring goals for fun at the moment. Gordon, another player that a lot of people are transferring in. Like I say, with that Isak injury, the fixtures that they've got coming up, this is why I want to bring Dan Burn in. Like, look at this fixture run, really, for Newcastle. And I really want to bring Gordon in as well. I just don't have the money to do it, I don't think. I'd have to make some sacrifices elsewhere. But yeah, this run is just really, really good for Newcastle, so might have to start looking into trying to get Gordon into my team in some way, shape or form. But I think for the priority is, of course, obviously bringing in Haaland and getting rid of Anderson. So yeah, completely understand why a lot of people are bringing in Gordon though. And then also Trippier, a lot of people are bringing in as well, probably just for the fixture run. Might be getting rid of Trent for him. Which yeah, I don't mind at all. He's got, like I say, such a good fixture run coming up for Newcastle, so you kind of got to have a Newcastle defender. But yeah, Dan Burn for like 4.4 I think will be fine for me. Just get rid of him for Anderson. So they are the most transferred in players for game week 23. Most transferred out, Alvarez is top of the list, even though he's just scored a brace and Pep was singing his praises. But yeah, with De Bruyne and Haaland back, his minutes are going to be a little bit all over the place. Still got 86 minutes played though, even with De Bruyne starting and Haaland coming off the bench. So it'll be interesting to see if he does actually lose his place. We'll have to see what happens there. João Pedro picked up an injury, so that's why he's being transferred out by a lot of managers. Obviously, some really nice fixtures coming up for them. Palace at home is a really nice fixture. They should win that game comfortably because Palace are absolutely terrible at the moment. I know they've just won, but yeah, I feel like Hodgson is about to go, man. I don't think he's going to be managing Crystal Palace for much longer, but they do have some really nice, like I say, fixtures coming up. And then Salah, another player that's been transferred out by a lot of managers. Yeah, I mean, it depends what happens, really. Like, if they do have a double in 25 and he's back for it, I mean, that Burnley at home fixture as well. Like, I don't think he'll be back for 24, but if he is, that's massive. And like I say, he's uploaded an image of him like running and jogging and stuff, so it can't be that bad. If it's a bad hamstring injury, he's not going to be jogging and running around already. So I hope that he is back. We'll see what happens. Isak, another player that obviously did come off with that groin injury. Apparently Eddie Howe said it's not as bad as they thought, but he just seems to be injured like all season. So I think it's just kind of worth probably bringing in Gordon as your Newcastle attacker. I think that'd be a lot more worth it. If Isak was fit, I would definitely be thinking about bringing him in, but yeah, it's probably not really worth it at the moment. And then as well as that, we also have Foden, who is also being transferred out by a lot of managers as well, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't really know why. He's not really done anything wrong to be transferred out by a lot of managers, but either way, a lot of people are thinking of getting rid of him, which, you know, he's not exactly not been returning. He's blanked once in the last 5 fixtures, so it is what it is. But anyway, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. It's trying to fit 50 likes. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts on your own team this week? How are you getting on? Let me know who you're bringing in. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.